How's everybody doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7 back again with another view from the van. Hope everybody is okay and looking forward to this weekend, which let's have everything fucking crossed that it is a history making weekend for Newcastle United. Let's hope we get that monkey off our back about not winning and stuff, you know, for so fucking long. League Cup final, Newcastle United versus Manchester, who gives a shit. Just absolutely amazing, a massive weekend, some big decisions to be made by Eddie Howe going into this one. The training pictures have obviously been shared, they've been all over Sky and the likes on NUFC TV as well. Eddie Howe putting the lads through the paces. Nice to see Joe Willock out there. It's nice to see Matt Targett back out there, involved in the main group, involved in the main training session. And you've got to think, you know, if they're not ready to start, they're certainly ready for a place on the bench. One person who's probably not going to be involved in the party that's going to be travelling down, of course, though, is Ryan Fraser. Birthday boy today, but your present is going to train with the reserves. Something's happened there, because it's not what you'd expect at Newcastle. It's not what you'd expect with Eddie Howe. There's been some sort of issue, some sort of falling out, or there is some sort of transfer that's already been arranged, because he has been asked to train with the reserves. So you would think no part, you know, in the squad that's going to be going down to London tomorrow. Saturday they're travelling down a day before. Strange one that. But we've got to concentrate on the lads who are going down there in order to try and you know, do the city proud, do the club proud, and to bring that trophy back. You know, we've had good efforts, we've had, you know, positives and all that sort of thing when we've gone down previously. I think the FA Cup final, the back-to-back FA Cup final and stuff. But it means nothing if we can't win the thing. We've got to go down there, and all the interviews that have been done, all of the lads look 100% focused. They sound 100% focused. They're committed, and they are all talking about winning the thing. It's, you know, it's not about making the numbers up. It's not about going down for a good weekend out or anything else like that. Although I expect it'll be a cracking fucking weekend, to be honest, for, you know, Newcastle United supporters. But it's about winning the thing. It is about winning the thing, and it's about bringing that trophy home. And I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to see the scenes, most likely on Tuesday, when they bring that trophy home and it is brought through the city. It would mean so much more to the average Newcastle United fan than it would ever do to a Manchester United supporter. So I'm just hoping that extra determination, that bit of salt, the story, everything just adds up to you know, a victory for us. It's going to be difficult to sort of second guess the team in many ways. The defence has been the defence that has been there for the majority of the season. However, it's not going to be with Nick Pope. Obviously, he's got this one game suspension. The club didn't appeal it in the end. So Loris Karius, he will start, there's no doubt about it. He's the more experienced, better suited towards the circumstances. I know Gillespie's been at Wembley before, I think with Carlisle or something, but it's like a T-Rex and fucking Barney the dinosaur, isn't it, comparing a Carlisle appearance at Wembley and a Newcastle United one. So I think with the big game experience that he's got and everything else, the fact he's in the prime, he's only 29, he's in the prime of his career. It's not like a 40-50 year old veteran coming out of retirement, you know, for one more game. So it's going to be Loris Karius in goal. Across the back, I think the defence itself picks itself. Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär, Sven Botman, and left back Dan Burn. Dan Burn's had a dodgy game or two, where he's had the lack of pace behind him exploited, but I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine with this one, to be honest. The three in the middle, the midfield, is an interesting area because there are variations you could do. If Joe Willock is fit enough to play in the game and to play from the start, you could put Willock, Sean Longstaff and Bruno in the middle, put Joe Linton out wide left and set up like that, and obviously Miggy on the other side. However, I don't think that Joe Willock is capable of doing 90 minutes on a massive pitch like it is at Wembley. So I think Willock will be on the bench, and I think he'll go with Joe Linton in midfield, Bruno and Sean Longstaff, who again has done a lot of the media work this week and has been speaking to, it seems, every different, BBC, spoke to Sky with Keith Downey, who's done another couple of others and stuff as well. So I think it's going to be those three in midfield. So Joe Linton, yes Kyle, Joe Linton, God, Bruno and Sean Longstaff, they're going to be in the three in midfield there. And what a welcome relief it is to have Bruno Guimaraes back in midfield. Boy, have we fucking missed him over the last couple of weeks. On top of the fact that all the players have seemed to be playing, with one eye on this final. Either side, I don't think after the last performance that you can drop Alan St-Maximin. He was absolutely fantastic. He gave us a real outlet even when we were down to 10 men. He was a danger throughout. He was tracking back. He was getting forward. He was passing the ball. He was putting crosses in. He was taking shots on. And he is somebody who can score you a goal. He's a needle mover. I've said this before. He's a goal getter. And he's a player who can just have a bit of magic that can tip a game in our favour. So to me, Alan St-Maximin will be on the left-hand side. On the opposite side, freshly from signing his brand new 3.5-year contract, will be Miggy Almiron. Well deserved. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. It's amazing what a bit of fucking decent coaching of somebody who isn't bacon obsessed will do for you. It's funny that, isn't it? He's been playing the best football of his career. He's the club's leading scorer this season. He's into double figures. He's best by far for us since coming from America. And yeah, absolutely well deserved for Mickey. But he'll start out on one side, and I've got a feeling he could be the one. He could be the one to score. His songs come on the radio today. His picture flashed up on my phone for no apparent reason. I don't know how. Just glitching away or something. I don't know. But I think all the signs are pointing towards a Miggy Almiron goal. So hopefully him for first goal scorer. You never know. If you did, and then up top, this is again another difficult one. Isaac or Wilson. Now Wilson has had a week training. And I'd be tempted for the more physical nature of it, because I expect it to be a scrap and a battle for dominance, certainly in the first half. Second half when legs are getting a bit tired, especially with them only playing last night, then we might make some changes and really go for it. But I think Callum Wilson might get the nod. So that's my personal opinion on what Eddie Howe will do. So just to run through that. So Loris Karius in goal, Trippier, Fabian Schär, Sven Botman, Dan Burn at the back. No temptation to bring Dan Burn into the middle there, to be honest. In front of him, midfield, central three of Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton and Sean Longstaff, who Kyle reckons is going to score this weekend. And then either side of them, out in the wide attacking midfield areas, St-Maximin on the one side, Miggy Almiron on the other side, hopefully firing the balls in and creating the chances for Callum Wilson, who'll be desperate to get some goals. And yeah, again, it could be. If you, I'm going to go for my prediction for a score in a minute. Now, I think Wilson will score as well. I've actually gone for 2-0. Miggy Almiron, Callum Wilson, 2-0. I think it's going to be a tight game going into the second half. But then the fact that we've had that extra time to prepare, we've had the extra freshness in the legs of not having to play on the Thursday night, I think that comes into it. We get the goal and then we hit them again later on for the second, and we win the League Cup. I'm nervous, but at the same time I'm confident. I'm looking positively at it before, and that certainly wasn't the case back in the late 90s when we had the two FA Cup finals back to back. We were playing the very best, the creme de la creme, really, in Arsenal and then Manchester United at the time. They were the standard bearers. This team is on a good run, Manchester United, but they aren't the Manchester United of old, and they have just had to play, as I touched on before, on a Thursday night against Barcelona. They're only going to have the one session perhaps to be able to prepare for the game. I think all that taken into consideration, added in the fact Eddie Howe, the new ownership, the first trophy, and just how the players have sounded all week. From the interviews, from the little stuff that's come out from the club this week. I just think the players will have that little bit more edge and desire and want than what the Manchester United players will have. And I just think you're talking about small margins, and I always talk about the fact every week it's small margins whether you win, lose or draw. The fact that we have had that extra preparation, extra caution, extra sessions, extra recovery time could be absolutely crucial. I know Manchester United, they'll look towards the fact that we haven't got Nick Pope and they will be celebrating and smirking, and I've seen the shit all across social media over the past week, you know, since the Liverpool game really. But as fourth choice keepers go, is there much better than Loris Karius? He had one bad game in a Champions League final where he was one of the best keepers in that competition across that particular season. In a game he's remembered for that he had concussion in. No, he was concussed. He was playing concussed. And, you know, now we know so much more about it, and it wouldn't have been the situation, I don't think. But when you take that, when you take everything in and you see some of his other games and some of the other saves, I've no concerns. I've no real concerns. I've seen some of the training pictures as well, focusing on the goalkeeping situation. And again, I saw the game that we played over in Saudi when he played for us. Some great saves. Some good saves. I'm not that much concerned. I think I'd be more concerned personally, you know, if it was Caldalo going into this game. Because I'd be like, we're going to concede. We're going to concede, so we've got to score more than one to be able to win it. And, you know, you want to be able to go into a game thinking we will keep a clean sheet, because that has been, let's face it, that's been the bedrock, that has been the foundations of what's brought us to the dance. That's what has got us here. You know, it's having a great mean defence, not conceding many, is what this entire great season has been built on. So I think we keep it up. I really, really do. I think we keep it up. I think we keep the shape, the machine. The personnel may change, but the system, the words of encouragement, the tactics from the manager will remain the same. And I've just got to believe that with everything else, we will edge this final and we will bring that trophy home, and I cannot wait to see it. I'll be devastated if that's not the case. I'll be absolutely fucking devastated travelling back up after the game if we haven't won. I really will. I'll be distraught. I'll be fucking distraught. I've waited for this for so long. You know, last time I was what, 19 last time ish. We'll say 19ish last time. So yeah, quite a few years have gone on since then. I had fucking hair last time we were in a cup final and stuff. So yeah, fingers crossed, everything crossed. But that's my team. That's the one I think that Eddie Howe will go with Joe Linton in, Kyle. Oh goodness me, I've seen the comments. I've ribbed him for it as well, don't worry. Can't leave Joe Linton out. He's been absolutely fucking mint, and I bet he can't wait to get stuck into the Manchester United team in that really crucial area, because I think it's won and lost in the midfield area. It's going to be so key, one of the key battles for the destination of the League Cup this season. So let me know down below, what would your team be? Who's going to be on the bench? Will Fraser make the bench? Will Targett make the bench? Will Joe Willock make the bench? Because, you know, a player, if he is capable of coming on, and I don't know, say he can do 15-20 minutes, you know, the normal sort of performance, that could be absolutely critical at a time that that you would think 70 minutes, bring him on. Manchester United are going to be tiring, you know, after only playing on Thursday night. With how quick he is, and if you watch him, he is so rapid, he's so pacey. That could be a huge difference towards the end of the game. That's why I think Newcastle get the noses ahead, maybe a Miguel Almiron on goal, and then 10 minutes to go on the counter attack, a Joe Willock or somebody absolutely gallivanting down one side, crosses the ball in, and think about the Bruno goal against Leicester, something like that, but with Callum Wilson on the end of it. Hey, to be honest, I'd take a 1-0 going in off the arse of Karius in the 94th minute, to be honest. I'd take anything, just a Newcastle United victory. But that's how I see it going, 2-0. Let me know your score predictions down below, your team down below, who's going to be on the bench down below. And then there'll be plenty of content, obviously, across Magpie 24/7 over the weekend as we're down there. Can't wait, cannot wait. So we'll be bringing it to you all, trying to sample as much of it and bringing it to you across our social media. So yeah, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Also subscribe to Magpie 24/7 and check us also out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're just about everywhere these days, to be honest, and got some other hopefully fantastic news to be able to bring you really shortly. It's any day now as well. Can't wait to bring you that news about Magpie 24/7. So yeah, thank you for your continued support, and in the meantime, take care, keep it tuned, look out for more videos over the weekend, and I'll speak to you later.
Absolute turnaround we've had the last couple of years with Eddie Howe at the helm. I love what he did at Bournemouth, and I'm so happy we chose him to be the manager, and he's totally obviously recalibrated this entire team, enhanced all these players, and who would have thought, mate, we were in a final so early on, but albeit the League Cup, I would have liked it to be the FA Cup or something more prestigious, but I guess the League Cup is has a lot of history as well, and considering we haven't won a bloody trophy and absolutely yonks, I'm going to be up with my old man. We've got to get up at 2:30 a.m. is the kickoff Australian time. It's the AM in the Monday morning, so I'm going to be bloody, yeah, just up for that, you know, crank myself full of the, I won't even need coffee or energy drinks or anything, but yeah, so looking forward to that, mate. This journey for me has been a long one. Remember getting taken to my first game at 8 years old with my old man at yeah, versus Tottenham, would you believe it? My first game was 1988 versus Tottenham on Gazza's return, packed in to one of those lower section standing tiers with bollards and bloody fencing all around me, going crazy on my dad's shoulders, and you know, it's a big mosh pit in there. So just lots of memories. And last time I was over there, we were in the championship. So what a U-turn! Just a shout out to all the boys. I know they'll give 110%. Professional levels and levels of intensity have risen thousands of percent at the club now. I'm proud to say, you know, I'm a Newcastle fan, and always would have been, always have been through and through, but it's been pretty dire the last decade or so, and I'm just glad that's over. And you know, I'm watching a lot of the videos by the other YouTubers, and a lot of them are talking about defeat and, you know, the potential defeat and being proud. And I mean, you know, I don't like to speak in those terms. This is, you know, we're going to need to win this game. I don't like to speak in terms of if we don't win, I'm going to feel this way or that way. I just got a feeling, mate, we're going to do it. Obviously, this is going to be played back, and I might eat my words, but I just get this funny feeling that we're going to do it. So yeah, hats off to you guys. Look forward to watching you guys down in London, and hopefully I can do a few more videos for the channel soon. Good on you guys.